Welcome back to the RMAC Showcase. Here is the CSU-Pueblo Roundup. Director of Athletics Joe Folda is now in his 11th year as the AD. After 18 years as men's basketball coach, he's seen a lot of change in the past decade.
With 22 sports, 570 or 75 student athletes, it's changed a lot. Our facilities have changed. We're not there yet. We still have a long way to go.
Under Folda, CSU-Pueblo has added football, women's track and field, and wrestling. In the past few years, men's cross country and track and field has been added, along with women's swimming and diving, and men's and women's lacrosse.
My biggest thing personally is for our kids to compete to win.
With all these new programs, more space was needed. In January, plans were announced to construct a 10,000 square foot weight room, expand the locker rooms and training area, plus resurface the football field at the Nita and Eddie DeRose Thunder Bowl. The price tag, $3 million.
It was time for us to build a bigger weight room. We needed a bigger football locker room, and we needed an expanded training room for sure in that field house.
In addition, a new soccer and lacrosse facility has been built at the Rawlings Complex. That just opened this year. The CSU-Pueblo women's track and field team is ranked number 18 in the country. They're the second highest ranked team in the RMAC, as Matt Morris is in the process of turning the T-Wolves into national contenders. The CSU-Pueblo women's indoor track and field team was picked number 5 in the RMAC preseason coaches poll.
We're just trying to get as many bodies as we can to Pittsburgh State. And then once we get there, see what happens.
Matt Morris is now in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Thunderwolves.
As we sat down over the summer as a group and made goals, we kind of looked at outdoors a little more closely.
Morris knows placing high at the RMAC championships will be tough.
I personally love the fact that we're in a tough conference, and it's very competitive, and across nationals, our men's teams went 1-2, and that's pretty cool.
The men's track and field team is in its 2nd year back as a program after it was dropped in the 1980s. Despite being brand new last year, Pueblo finished 5th out of 10 teams in the conference.
We're kind of ahead, surprisingly. I think when you start a program from scratch, it's hard to figure out what your recruiting model will be, who you can get.
This year, the Pueblo men are once again picked 5th.
We had a plan, and we started with some pretty good kids, but we've really been fortunate in not only the number of recruits we have, but the quality of kids we have, and it's really moving forward quickly, so we're very excited.
The CSU-Pueblo baseball team is ranked in the top 20 in Division II to start the season. The Thunderwolves are picked number 2 in the RMAC, behind Colorado Mesa, as CSU-Pueblo gears up for what they hope is a very good spring sports season.
You guys make sure you get T-work in too.
This is Stan Sanchez's 23rd year as the head baseball coach at CSU-Pueblo.
We started out with nothing. It was a brand new program, and we didn't have a field, and we didn't have any resources as far as a lot of scholarship money, and we were able to build the stadium from scratch.
During those 23 years, Sanchez has seen 8 conference championships and 9 NCAA tournament bids, including last season.
Last year's group put us in that position. They won 41 games and were 6 outs away from getting to the regional finals.
The Thunderwolves returned 5 starters, including 3 preseason all-conference selections. They were picked to win the Plains Division.
I think this team has a chance to measure up to some of the tradition that's taking place here.
There you go.
There's also excitement on the other side of the practice facility. Christy Zananti is now in her 4th season as the head softball coach at CSU-Pueblo.
We're only continuing to get better, and the girls that I've recruited I'm starting to get all my recruits in.
The Thunderwolves are picked number 5 in the RMAC. There are 13 schools in the conference that have softball. The Pac have 4 returning seniors.
Obviously, our goal is to win RMAC as it is each year, and to reach that next level, go on to regionals. And I think with the teams that we have here in the RMAC, we're only getting stronger.
The CSU-Pueblo women's golf team is picked 2nd in the RMAC, but they don't have defending Player of the Year Lena Kim on the roster this season.
That changes it a lot when the number 1 player in the nation's riding in the cart next to you coaching, but it helps the girls who are now on the team.
This fall, the Thunderwolves finished 5th in both of the RMAC mandatory events with a very young team. Josh Koschke has 3 freshmen in his top 5.
All 5 can play. All 5 can break 80.
Koschke also coaches the men's team. The Pack tied for second this fall, and with a new match play format, they will face Colorado Mines in the first round of the RMAC Men's Golf Tournament this April.
I think it adds a different element in the preseason because those events we played in the fall were very important because they were qualifying. So to finish second in the regular season tied for that was a nice achievement for us.
The Pueblo men's and women's tennis teams are picked fourth in the RMAC preseason coaches poll. The RMAC tennis tournaments will be held in Pueblo this April. Still ahead on the showcase, the fastest growing sport in college athletics, lacrosse. We'll preview the men's and women's teams here at CSU Pueblo. Don't go anywhere.